Hello students, good morning all of you. I Ravindra Mohan Mishra from Sri Jagdamba Sanskrit College Bathur is taking the class of Shastri first. Today I am discussing about the poem The Wild Swans at Cooley by W.B. Yeats. Some days ago we have discussed the critical appreciation of the poem Virtue to a Skylark etc. For the coming examination. According to my opinion, the, this critical appreciation of the poem The Wild Swans at Cooley is very important. So let's start with this. W.B. Yeats is the most outstanding poet of the 20th century. The period of poetic activities in the case of Yeats extended over 50 years, and all through this period there was gradual and steady evolution. He began by producing poems in the pre-Raphaelite Romantic tradition and has come to be known as the last of the greatest romantics. Yeats was a romantic poet in nature and style. His poetry, linked with the decadent poets of his time, the greatest poet since Wordsworth, Yeats is not, however, an English poet at all. He is an Irish poet, and his best work is a commentary on the history of Ireland, of establishment of its freedom. As a poet, he grew up that lost of the romantic, but his nature poetry was shaped by his three fundamental tendencies of his mind. Most romantic agrees that most important quality of its poetry is its wisdom, but it is not the calm wisdom of old age. It grew out of his deeply felt passion such as love and politics. It was his love affairs with Morgan, a famous beauty of his time. W.B. Yeats began his poetic career under the influence of the decadent poets of the 90s, but the turn of the century, Yeats abandoned his interest in the creative revival, and the 19th century romantic openly professed to be a 20th century realist. His early poetry is sweet and musical. It is dreamy and escapist in temper, but as the poet advanced in years, there was a change in his poetry. He moved with his times. His early poetry gradually became realist. His poetry loses its mythological decorativeness, but it is still on a visionary perception of life. W. Yeats was not nearly a great poet of modern era. The Second Coming, Sailing to Byzantium, The Wild Swans at Cooley are most outstanding poem of Yeats. In this poem, the poet describes the beauty of nature. The Wild Swans at Cooley is a sonnet based on Greek mythology. Here, Yeats first dramatically presents the moment of the mythical rape of a Greek queen, Leda, by god Zeus in the form of a wild swan. Then he goes on to complete its significance and consequence. This is a symbolic poem about history. For years, this was the annunciation of the whole era of destruction of a civilization. This poem also illustrates Yeats's philosophy that history moves in cycles of 2000 years. Each cycle is begun by the intervention of the divine force and conception of divine being and omniscience being alternatively every 2000 years. The sonnet, The Wild Swans at Cooley, is a metamorphical treatment of the moment of Annunciation, prompted by Yeats' feeling that some starting point for a new cycle was imminent in his own period. He sees Grecian civilization beginning with the myth of her ex results love and war. The poem can be seen as a criticism of beauty too. Helen is criticized for lack of wisdom. She left her legitimate husband and eloped with him to Paris, which was so much devastating that it created havoc all around. Similarly, beautiful Clytemnestra killed her own husband. It is an act which could never be forgiven. Both women had beauty but no knowledge at all. Yeats criticized a beauty where there is a lack of wisdom. Beauty without knowledge can be devastating. Here, the poet expressed on poetry what he often called personality. Symbolism is central to his art, and his poems exhibit his tendency to think in terms of antithesis. In short, we conclude that this early poem was written in a smooth and simple manner, and it had an airy grace. The poet showed a great interest in Irish mythology and folklore. His poetry is nakedly real in character. It is even brutal, coarse, and throbbing with manly vigor. There is no decoration and superfluity in a style. At last, we say that this is a very good poem by W. Yeats. Good.